right, welcome back, Mayhem fans. Kicking off the program tonight, it is Cinderella. Cinderella coming off a great match on Max against Sonya Gray. Sonya Gray living up to her reputation and ending it with one punch, but a brutal fight leading up to that point. And again, Cinderella, listen, the kid's a rookie, but she comes from a strong wrestling background, a strong wrestling family. And I expect big things from Cinderella. The fans definitely getting behind Cinderella, which you'll love to see as well. And a great theme song. Let's call it what it is. Ready? It's a great theme song. Cinderella ready for singles action again here tonight. But whom will her opponent be? Ladies and gentlemen, once again in singles competition, it is Mauler. Faced off I don't think it was last week, it might have been the week before, against Dentrassi in singles competition, and now back for more against Cinderella. Again, as much as fans would love to think that it is because the most hated team in women's wrestling has broken up, that is not the case. That is not the case. Now, keeping in mind tonight, not only in the main event do we have FTN Colm defending his Twitch championship again, but we also have qualifying matches for the front of the line PLE, which is coming up in mid-May. The winners of those matches ultimately getting front of the line cases that can be cashed in for a title shot at any time. So lots to watch out for in the weeks ahead here in the RLWF. And right now, there's the bell. Let me start the prediction. As always, if you would like to have your very own superstar right there in the RLWF ring, all you have to do is subscribe to the NormCantShoot channel on Twitch, including a Prime sub. That's perfectly fine. Or come hang out with us for a little bit, and once you've racked up 5,000 channel points, you're good to go. Cash them in, and that's all you need. Oh my goodness. Hold that thought. Superplex into the middle of the ring. Thankfully, not as destructive as the West Porter Tombstone Superplex. The ring still intact, but a painful maneuver all the same. Cinderella locks up with Mauler, trying to get position here. The struggle is real. Mr. Big H, welcome in, welcome in. I believe we are going to be seeing Tombstone a little bit later. Let me just double check that before I get your hopes up. Indeed, we have Tombstone making an appearance a little later on in the card. Oof. Big knee to the face from Cinderella. And now, the surfboard stomp. Cinderella off the ropes, and oh my goodness. Double axe handle right across the face. Has her in the corner, and now just pulling at the eyes. Not sure if she's pulling at the eyes or the mask, or perhaps both. Either way, Mauler taking a shellacking here at the hands of Cinderella. And through the ropes, but nobody home. Mauler rolls out of the way, and Cinderella eats concrete. Drop kick does not connect. And Cinderella with the, oh my goodness, thought she was going for a powerbomb, went for a suplex. 5 count. They're going to have to get back in that ring, or we're going to see a count out. Mauler tossed aside. Cinderella rolls in. And we're going to take a quick commercial break.
How long will the flavor of carefree sugarless bubble gum last?
You getting those 3 blips on your screen?
Till pigs fly. Cavity-fighting carefree bubble gum. The flavor lasts.
All right, back from commercial break, and Cinderella trying for the pin here on Mauler. Only gets the 1 count. They lock up Cinderella, trying to drag her to the corner, and does face first into the turnbuckle, but fighting her way out of the corner is Mauler. Has her up. And neck first off the top rope. Mauler attacking the left leg of Cinderella. Those greaves, I don't think, offering as much protection as they might look like. Ella tossed to the outside, and Mauler right out after. Oh, the vicious stomp to the midsection. And, oh, the axe kick to the back of the head, and another for good measure.
She's looking a little drained now.
Cinderella tossed into the corner. Referee continues the count.
What do they have planned here? Kicks.
And a Mauler once again gleefully engaging in the violence she loves so much, but a nice counter from Cinderella. At a 4 count, they're going to have to be mindful. The referee giving them a warning after the 5. Cinderella, oh! Brainbuster. 6 counts. Cinderella with the dropkick. Maybe Cinderella hoping to sneak in ahead of get a count out, and that might be exactly what happens. Cinderella taking sprints around the ring. I don't think Mauler's going to get up in time. That could be it, ladies and gentlemen. There's the 10 count and the win by countout. Cinderella. And there you go. Mauler manages to crawl her way back into the ring just in time to be humiliated by the winner of the match, Cinderella. A big win for the rookie over a long-time veteran, multiple-time tag team champion Mauler. But no match tonight for Cinderella. All right, over to the men's division for a little triple threat action, and coming out first. Not sure why his music is still not working. We'll have to fix that, but that's okay. Listen. Elijah George, the man of the hour right now, as it's been announced that the next PLE is going to be the front of the line PLE, and you can see Elijah George still has the front of the line case. He is going to have to cash that in before a new case is handed out at the PLE. So the time is coming. If I were global champion King Kail Akane, I would definitely be looking over my shoulder, as Elijah George is absolutely coming for him. Again, has shown incredible patience. Both he and Evelyn Precious showed incredible patience in hanging on to those cases for the better part of a year. But listen, I understand the concept of waiting for an opportune time, but now he does not have that luxury. He's just got to cash in and cross his fingers. Tonight, though, has to focus on his opponents in the triple threat, and coming out next, another one of the incredible rookies who have joined us here in Season 4. It is Ethan Eclipse. Ethan Eclipse getting the crowd pumped up. Again, I believe Ethan's still looking for his first win. I mean, listen, the kid's got talent. He's got the physical skills, that's for sure. But a little bit snake bit in the matches so far, so a win in a triple threat match, especially against an opponent as quality as Elijah George, would certainly be a great way to start a winning tradition here in the RLWF. I mean, listen, the fans already on board, as you can see with Ethan Eclipse. He's just got to get something in the W column at this point. And last but not least, another Season 4 rookie. One half of the Lucha family. The Falcon, Juan Ramirez. Ooh, sporting the white and blue, looking sharp tonight. Again, we have already seen the dynamic Lucha tradition that has been brought to the RLWF this season. Again, prior to Season 4, you know, of course, we've had Jesus Cruz here from the beginning, who has been the #1 luchador here in the RLWF. But beyond that, I mean, the only other luchadors I think that we've really had was Los Conquistadores, but that turned out to be just Ben Fuller and Vinu in disguise. They weren't even real luchadors. But now this year, we have Diego Hernandez, we've got Juan Ramirez, we've got El Padre Esmeralda. We are flush with luchadors, and I am here for it, bringing that kind of high-flying, high-energy excitement that the fans love, and I'm sure we are going to see that here in this triple threat match from Juan Ramirez. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is coming out on top. People yelling and screaming in the streets outside. Clearly, RLWF fans just pumped up for tonight's matches.
This is their match to win.
Elijah puts Ethan down, but then kicked from behind by Juan Ramirez. Juan Ramirez kick and a miss on Ethan. Ethan trying for a quick pin here against Elijah George. I mean, that's fairly optimistic, I would say. And Elijah dragging Juan to the ropes, but attacked from behind by Ethan Eclipse, and now the big man getting double teamed by the rookies. Neck breaker by Eclipse, who grabs Ramirez from behind, trying to bring him to the corner, but no dice. Juan Ramirez grabbed from behind by Elijah and sent into the corner. Eclipse grabs the foot, and oh my goodness, gets that gigantic leg all the way around for the counter, and Ethan Eclipse a little shook up on the outside there, and who could blame him? Again, Elijah George, 6'10", 6'11", I'm not sure, but a big man. That's a lot of leg to come flying at you. DDT from Eclipse. And Elijah George on the outside, he is distracted by the fans, and again, we may have to take a brief commercial break to sort that out. Big elbow drop from the top rope. Pinfall there from Ethan Eclipse. Only got the 2. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Get on the fast track with a Kenmore mid-size microwave. Gift priced at $110 off. From Sears. Your money's worth and more. Now you've heard it. Great news from Sears.
All right, back from commercial. Elijah George has a baseball bat bringing it into the ring. Pinfall here from Ethan Eclipse, but Elijah George right there to break it up. And Elijah George with the Irish whip. Reversed by Eclipse, and now it's Juan Ramirez. He's got a kendo stick in the ring. Elijah with a float over neck breaker, but pow! Right in the kisser from Juan Ramirez. Drop kick just kind of bounced off of Elijah George. I think if that doesn't illustrate the size difference between the two, I don't know what will. Referee slow on the pinfall. Again, we have had more, people have been asking, RLWF fans have been asking why the referees are counting out in matches that are not supposed to have countouts. A triple threat match is supposed to be no countouts. I have been told that this is part of a work action by the referees trying to get changes made to their contract. And so instead of going on strike, this is what they have decided to do. So hopefully we can resolve that quickly with management and get back to some quality refereeing. 2 count there from Ethan Eclipse. Into the corner. Juan Ramirez with the baseball bat throws it at Eclipse, but he manages to get away just in time, although he is already split open from an earlier attack. Big boot from Elijah George, rolls out after Ethan Eclipse, but changes his mind, decides to focus on Ramirez. Irish whip and forearm from Elijah George. Ethan Eclipse back in, but Elijah George, a couple of well-placed elbows. Nice counter there from Eclipse. Has Elijah George on the ropes, and up and over goes Ethan Eclipse. Meanwhile, Ramirez. Salida del Sol, is that going to be enough to get the 3? Almost. Almost. Ramirez from the top rope. Big splash on Elijah George. Has the kendo stick attacking Elijah George, and we are going to have to take another commercial break.
So I just gotta like 3?
3 in a row.
Sounds easy.
Think so?
Hey, where'd it go?
This game's tough.
You gotta keep track.
I think I won.
You've just begun.
Light 3. When you think you've won, you've just begun.
All right, back again. All 3 competitors in the ring. Juan Ramirez, top rope. And boom, what a move on Elijah George. But Ethan Eclipse trying to get a sneaky little pinfall here. 1-2, almost gets the 3 against Ramirez. A great match from all 3 competitors. Big miss there from Juan Ramirez. Eclipse setting up Elijah George for the super kick right in the face. And then the flying clothesline to Ramirez. Ramirez now has Eclipse up, but Eclipse fighting back. Some shots to the face. Here comes Elijah. Ethan takes the kendo stick away, and there's the reversal. Kendo on kendo violence here. They are flying middle of the ring. Juan Ramirez rolls out. Could be a great opportunity for Eclipse to put it away. 1, 2, 3, and Ethan Eclipse gets that elusive first victory here in the RLWF, and in style, a great match top to bottom from Ethan Eclipse. The kendo sticks were flying at the end there. But your winner, Ethan Eclipse. All right, after a wild triple threat match, it is time for some singles action. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about all the rookies that have come in here in Season 4. And the most recent, making his way very slowly to the stage. Listen, greatness cannot be rushed, ladies and gentlemen. It cannot be rushed. At least I finally fixed the volume on the custom theme song. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tombstone. I don't know if it's longer than the song altogether. But it takes a little while for Tombstone to kind of make his way out there. You know, listen, you can't just give the audience immediate satisfaction. Do you know what I mean? It's the anticipation. Every fan You can hear the pop from the fans right there. All of them on tenterhooks waiting for the emergence of Tombstone. Again, an impressive figure. Tombstone making his way to the ring, but listen, we're not holding up the whole show for you, Tombstone. Tombstone ready for action. And his opponent it is JC Brooklyn. This should be a great match. Now, JC Brooklyn, as you can tell, has been hitting the gym in the offseason and put on some lean muscle, but he is going to need every inch of that muscle to compete against Tombstone. I mean, the man is huge. We've already seen him break a ring in his debut. It is, I mean, listen, you want to talk about making a first impression. He literally made an impression on the concrete floor of the arena. But JC Brooklyn, they are up for the challenge, no doubt. And again, the fans getting behind JC Brooklyn, which you love to see. Tombstone versus JC Brooklyn. Let's start the prediction. And again, you can see the size difference here. I mean, JC Brooklyn, no small potatoes himself, but compared to Tombstone, no contest. And Tombstone raking the back of JC Brooklyn. Lifts him up like a rag doll and throws him into the corner. I mean, JC is going to have to fight fast and fight smart. Tombstone shaking off that forearm. JC continuing the fight here, but having a difficult time against Tombstone. JC fights on some well-placed elbows, but unable to get the big man down. Tombstone going for a quick pin here. Got a 2 count, but that's all he's going to get. And nice block from JC on the suplex, but the chop once again having little effect on Tombstone. Tombstone back on the attack and double underhook driver. Oh my goodness. Stomping on the arm. And again, look at the size of that boot. JC takes a quick break on the outside there to reorganize themselves. DDT from Brooklyn. Just shrugged off by Tombstone, but oh, split him open. Had to get some height on that kick just to get it to the face of Tombstone, but great job there from JC Brooklyn. Now they are taunting the big man. I don't know if that's such a great idea. JC feeling confident into the ropes. Oof. Stomps to the chest. Leg hooked. Not sure that's going to be enough, and it is not. Only the 1 count. Raw power on display. Tombstone. Deadlift power slam. Now grabs them by the back of the neck and inverted choke slam. JC fights on, though. To their credit. And now they lock in a submission. But Tombstone able to get out of that fairly early. JC continuing the attack. Hits the driver. Goes to the pin. 2 count. Thought he might have had it there. JC setting up Tombstone. What do they have in store? No way. Going for the electric chair, but I'm just impressed that they were able to get Tombstone up in the electric chair. No small feat. Irish whip by Tombstone into the big boot. Plants him. The leg is hooked. 2 count only. Shoulder up by Brooklyn. And now Tombstone setting them up. Pop-up Samoan drop. A leg hook, that might just be enough. No. JC Brooklyn gets the shoulder up somehow. Clotheslines them out of the ring. Brooklyn, they're just gonna lie there for a minute. Let's take a little break. Tombstone heads out after them. Unloading with some body shots before the suplex. JC thrown into the apron. And straight jacket suplex, nicely executed. New community members, when they come in, starts at 85 overall. If they're creating their own character, then they can put it to however they want to do it, as long as the total is 85. Anything else, and I'll just revise it until it gets down to 85. 8 count. Tombstone's got to hurry up here. Over the top rope just in time. Another big knee connecting from JC. Tries for the pin. Oh, 2 count only. Yeah, so community members start at 85 overall, and Rando Landos, who are the NPCs, start at 80, and then we just let the sim do what it does. We let it ride. JC continuing the attack here, stomping on the hand of Tombstone. And to their credit, JC doing very well so far here against Tombstone. Obviously a huge size disadvantage. JC going top rope. Tombstone right there. This is dangerous. JC! Double axe handle across the noggin. And now, locks in the submission. Tombstone able to roll his way free. And now Tombstone just driving the shoulder into the mat. A great match here tonight. Gutbuster from Tombstone. Is that enough? Middle of the ring, right on the logo. And once again, JC Brooklyn able to get their shoulder up in time. Oh, Samoan drop. Now that could be the end. No! The resilience, ladies and gentlemen, of JC Brooklyn. But how much left can he possibly have in the tank? Float over DDT. Brooklyn's going top rope. I mean, listen, at this stage, you gotta risk it. Connects with the Swanton Bomb. Oh, almost got the 3. Almost got the 3. They can't believe it. Unloading from the mounted position.
And he's stumbling to his feet, unaware of his surroundings.
JC sends him into the ropes and another big knee strike to the face. Leg hooked. JC just desperate to get this match over with. 1, 2, 3, and they do it. What a match.
Here is your winner,
JC Brooklyn puts away Tombstone with the big knee to the face. Picking up a big win against a big opponent. JC, great match. All right, we already mentioned that the front of the line PLE is coming up. And we have a triple threat match. The winner of this match is going to be the very first qualifier for this year's front of the line PLE. With, of course, that front of the line case that gives anyone who holds it a title shot at any time.
You son of a bitch.
On the line. Mike, thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Listen, Mike, we would love to have you in. We would love to have you join. Tonga coming out here first. We already saw her tag team partner with a loss earlier against Cinderella. Tonga hoping to have better luck here and send herself to that front of the line match. It's appreciated, Mike. Listen, I mean, I put the channel points option out there for people because some people genuinely they can't afford it. Or, you know, whatever. I mean, listen, times are tough, so I wanted to give the option at least. But listen, we're glad to have you either way. We're glad to have you either way, Mike. Thank you very much. Much appreciated for the sub. And here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. Banned from international soccer for violence on the pitch. And once again, returning to the RL. Now, originally, in Season 1, came over after being banned from international play, appealed her decision, and got the ability to go back to international play. So she left the RLWF for a couple of seasons there, but banned again. I think this one's going to stick, ladies and gentlemen. We might see Dentrasti here for a long time. And the third member, ladies and gentlemen, two-time former women's champion, the KO Queen, Sonya Gray, makes her way to the ring. Yeah, Mike, if you hit ! Discord, there's a link to the Discord you can join if you haven't already. And then you can just DM me there, and we can give you all the details. No problem. Sonya Gray, ready to go. We saw that KO power on display on Max. Knocked out Cinderella with one punch. Thanks again, Mike. It's 1 a.m. Go ahead. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll touch base. We'll touch base. We'll get this over for you. All right, Tonga versus Dentrasti versus Sonya Gray, the winner, qualifying for the front of the line PLE. Let's start the prediction. Not an elimination match, just a straight up triple threat match. Tonga with a big drop kick on Dentrasti. Dodges the attack from Sonya Gray. And Tonga with a huge combination has the former champ in the corner.
Just like that, we've kicked the tempo up a notch.
And Dentrasti with the head scissors takedown of Sonya Gray. Tonga on the attack again. Big combination against Dentrasti, ending with a huge drop kick. Catches the leg of Sonya Gray, and now big combination on Sonya. Dentrasti decides to head under the ring. She's got a baseball bat. That is the wrong sport, Dentrasti. But still managing to get a shot in on Sonya Gray all the same.
Getting ugly in there. Out of control. I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage.
Dentrasti with some elbows for Tonga as the leg swept out from underneath her by the KO Queen. Irish whip. Big suplex on Tonga as Dentrassi heads back into the ring. Jawbreaker reversal from Tonga, but right into the clutches of Dentrassi, who slam her into the turnbuckles and then toss her to the middle of the ring. Here comes KO Queen with a chair, but opts not to use it. I doubt that Dentrassi will be able to resist the temptation of using that chair, but we will find out. Drop kick to the back by Dentrassi. Tonga slides back into the ring, and Dentrassi ready for her. But Tonga fighting back, creating some distance with some elbows. Again, the winner of this match goes on to the front of the Line PLE, where they're going to be in a fatal four-way match. The winner of that fatal four-way match is going to go on to a mixed tag match. And the winner of the mixed tag match will be your case holders. Sonya Gray grabs the baseball bat, doesn't get an opportunity to use it because she is going for a spin. Compliments of Dentrassi. Big drop kick from Dentrassi. Dentrassi starting to dominate a little bit here against her opponent's middle rope. Waits for Tonga to get to her feet as Sonya slides in. Dentrassi attacking them both here. Tonga. Oh, nice reversal there. I think Dentrassi reversed that into a bulldog, I think. On the outside now. Everyone slides back in quickly. Irish whip by Sonya Gray. Absolute chaos in there right now. I don't know what the heck is going on. Reversal from Tonga. Superman punch flattens Tonga. There's the pin. Dentrassi right there to break it up. But again, that's that legendary knockout power from Sonya Gray, the KO Queen. Literally a knockout in every sense of the word. Sonya Gray shaking off the cobwebs on the outside while Dentrassi goes for the pin, but Sonya breaks that one up. Ripcord lariat on Dentrassi. Sonya turns her attention to Tonga. Has her up and over. And looks like she's not done. She's going to send her over one more time. And now the sleeper hold. Trying to put the German to sleep, but Dentrassi able to break out of it. Tonga on the outside. Sonya on the ropes. Dentrassi off the ropes and a kick to the face and a stomp to the chest. Hooks the leg. And Tonga has to break that one up. Again, not an elimination match, so the first pinfall or submission is going to be your winner. Pin on Tonga. Sonya Gray getting to her feet, but is she going to spot it in time? No need. Tonga able to kick out after two. Irish whip. Referee takes a little bit of a bump. Dentrassi with a big drop kick. And another one. Dentrassi in the corner. Get out of the way, referee, if you know what's good for you. And boom! Super kick to the chops of Tonga. Leg hooked. Sonya Gray able to break it up. Superman punch to Dentrassi. The KO Queen asserting her dominance. Has the baseball bat right across the noggin of Tonga. Hooks the leg on Dentrassi. 2 count only. Kick out by Dentrassi. Spear on Tonga, who cannot catch a break right now. Sonya Gray has Dentrassi in the corner, but a nice elbow counter. Reversal on Dentrassi. Tonga on her feet. Sends Sonya into the corner. What has she got planned? Split leg moonsault from the top rope connecting. Dentrassi slides in with a weird pin, a dirty pin. I think Dentrassi trying to confuse the referee with those weird leg movements to disguise the dirty pin, but regardless, did not work. Springboard barely connects to Tonga. A lucky break, I think, for Tonga more than anything. Sonya Gray unloading on Tonga, locks in the armbar, hoping to get a submission. Dentrassi not breaking it up, but Tonga able to roll her way free regardless. Surprised Dentrassi didn't try to break that one up, but trying to break the skull of her opponents with that baseball bat now. Sonya Gray rolls out Dentrassi, setting up Tonga. Hits the Pele kick. There's the pin. Sonya Gray still down. This could be it. 2.7, ladies and gentlemen. Tonga somehow manages to kick out Superman, not a Superman punch, a flying forearm from Tonga. Leg is hooked, but Sonya Gray back in the ring now.
Yokes up their opponent.
Sidewalk slam from the KO Queen. Tonga's going to roll out a golden opportunity. Reversal from Dentrassi. Kick to the face from Dentrassi. Tonga. Head scissors DDT. Grabs the baseball bat. Who is she going to attack? Dentrassi. Unloading. But now, Sonya Gray wraps her up in the sleeper hold. Is she going to put Tonga to bed? She does. She does, and just like that, Sonya Gray, our first qualifier for the front of the line PLE. And how dangerous would that front of the line case be in the hands of the great Sonya Gray? Incredible match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little one-on-one action, and out first. We mentioned him a little bit earlier when we were talking about the proud Lucha traditions here in the RLWF, and the OG Lucha, a day one superstar here in the RLWF and a huge fan favorite. It is Jesus Cruz, two-time All-Star champion, one-time world champion. Jesus Cruz has just about done it all and given it all in his long and successful career here in the RLWF, and looking to pick up another win here tonight. And again, another theme song that slaps. Jesus Cruz, but who will his opponent be?
Things are about to get good.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Armed and Dangerous, it is Big Daddy Remy Haynes. Can barely see his opponent through the smoke. And I'm sure the dark glasses don't help the visibility, but still. Making his way to the ring. The flames lighting in behind him, and Remy Haynes focused and amped up as usual. Again, former champion himself would like to get back into contention for a belt. And a win over Jesus Cruz, a big step in the right direction.
He's in perhaps the best physical condition of his life. He knows what it takes.
Remy Haynes shakes off the boos of the crowd because he has one focus, and that is winning. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know if you think he's going to be successful in that enterprise. Jesus Cruz versus Remy Haynes one-on-one. And there's the bell. Jesus comes out swinging and has him staggered and drops him. Top rope moves already from Jesus Cruz, wasting no time to let the high-flying antics begin. Counter from Remy. And Jesus with the drop kick to Remy to free himself. Again, Remy obviously with the size and strength advantage over Jesus Cruz, but Jesus Cruz, one of the quickest, one of the most agile, one of the most entertaining superstars on the roster. And a beautiful counter by Cruz. Remy pulls himself up on the apron. Jesus ready for him. But Remy with the counter, and now a few choice words for Jesus as well. Hits him with a flying clothesline. Jesus on his feet, but for how long? Remy drops him neck first across the top rope. Elbow drop to the knee. Remy off the ropes, and the big splash.
This onslaugh's really taken everything out of him. Yeah, he is struggling to get back into the swing of things.
Pounding away. Remy, of course, a more direct approach when it comes to the moveset, but it is effective. Has him up, and what is he going to do here? Drops him face first into the turnbuckle. Jesus trying to fight back here. Wheelbarrow DDT connecting. And Jesus springboard splash connecting. Leg is hooked. 2 count only. 2 count only. And Remy gets the knees up on the shooting star press. And Remy being sent for a ride with the head scissors takedown. Leg drop connects. Jesus off the ropes for a low drop kick to the face. And Jesus once again going top rope. Beautiful maneuver. Is it enough to get the 3-1-2? And that is all he's going to get. That is all he is going to get. Jesus clotheslines Remy all the way to the outside. And Jesus Cruz having a nice little run here. Waiting for Remy to get to his feet. And Remy cautiously looking for a way in. Jesus decides to go out to meet him. But Remy, oh no. Oh no. Pile driver onto the concrete floor. Terrible time to get brave and come out after him from Jesus, but Jesus still fighting on somehow. Referee's count continues. And oh! Leg drop bulldog into the concrete. At the ramp now, flattened by Remy. They're going to have to get back in that ring. I think they're at a 6 count.
Toss back into the ring.
Jesus tossed back in, and here comes Remy ahead of the count. Springboard crossbody from Jesus, trying for a quick pin here, but only gets the 1. More work to be done by Cruz. Into the corner. Counter by Hayes. And now Jesus once again attacks the knee to try and escape the grip of Remy Haynes. Leg drop bulldog splits him open. There's the pinfall. Oh, good eye by the referee. Remy grabbed the ropes. We have seen too many times the referee missing that call, so you like to see good ring presence from the refs. But in the meantime, Jesus continuing the attack, going top rope. And, oh, missed on the diving shooting star press. A critical reversal there for Ray Haynes. Sidewalk slam from Big Daddy. And now in the corner, oh no. 3, 2, 1. Claymore o'clock. Flattens Jesus Cruz, and that might very well be enough. It is not. Jesus somehow gets that shoulder up. You'll love to see it. The intestinal fortitude on display. Remy continuing the attack. Setting him up off the ropes, and oh, the big boot to the face. Jesus Cruz desperately crawling to the corner. And Remy drops him face first off the turnbuckle. And Remy Haynes finding a bit of a second win here, but Jesus right there with the reversal. Stomp to the chest by Jesus. Hooks the leg. Is that enough? 2 count only. 2 count only. Jesus waiting on the apron. Here comes the springboard. Hurricane Rana. Leg hooked. No. Once again, Remy Haynes able to kick out. Snaps the neck. And heads once again to the top rope. Hayes gets to his feet, and boom, Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Leg is hooked. That might be all she wrote for Remy Haynes. No, kick out again at 2. Unbelievable. What is Jesus Cruz going to have to do to put this man down? We may not find out, because here comes the tombstone pile driver. Jesus, look at that. Jesus up immediately. But a Claymore hits. And surely now, 1, 2, 3, that is it. Jesus. I mean, listen, we know that Jesus is a devout Catholic. Maybe a little bit of divine inspiration there for a moment after the tombstone pile driver, but the Claymore putting any thoughts of comeback to rest, as Big Daddy Remy Haynes picking up another big win against a quality opponent. Remy Haynes, your winner. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time for the men's qualifying match for the front of the Line PLE. The winner of this 6-man battle royal is headed to the PLE with a shot at winning the case. Coming out first, a man who would be incredibly dangerous with a front of the line case in his hands. It is the Puerto Rican assassin, Freddy Gonzalez. Making his way to the ring, and we know exactly what Freddy Gonzalez is capable of. Again, a battle royal, a tough match for any competitor. We will see how Freddy does. Again, we are going to skip through some of these intros a little quicker. Sometimes it feels like you've watched the intros 3 or 4 times in one night. You know what I mean? So we're just going to move ahead a little bit on some of them. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, coming out next,
and his opponents, first from Mayhem,
it is Macho Clean.
at 25 pounds.
The fans are letting out a cheer. I think they are loving the rebrand here from Macho Clean. as he makes his way to the ring, acknowledging the fans. Macho Clean ready for work. All right, next up, who do we have, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Great Ossington, looking to put that punching power to work here. Again, I mean, I'm a little torn on the big guys in a battle royal. On the one hand, obviously the big strong guys, very easy to lift someone up and over the top rope. But at the same time, especially for the really tall guys, you know what I mean? That high center of gravity, you gotta think might make them a little more susceptible to elimination. Just my little physics-based theory. We will see how it pans out here tonight. And next up, the wild man of the Rio Grande. It is Jack Sullivan. Of course, a former global champion, would love to get a little front of the line case shortcut back to a title shot. Sullivan known primarily as a submissions guy, which is not going to serve him well in this match, so he is going to have to get creative to get the victory. But again, a strong ring IQ. I would not put it past him to win. And next up, it is Malik. Now again, Malik made an appearance on Max. We were actually a little surprised he made the appearance on Max because he was injured at the TLC Extreme PLE after being put through a table by his brother Yu. They had to stop the match. But looked okay. Maybe a little stiff, but looked okay on Max. We will see how he performs. I mean, again, there's no way Malik is going to turn on an opportunity to potentially get a shot at the front of the line case, so he would fight if he was in a full body cast, I think. And last but by no means least, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the Freak Show, it is Smiley Sinner. An absolute beast. I mean, absolutely no difficulty whatsoever, I think, tossing any of these opponents over the top rope from this guy. But listen, potential ability and what you actually get done inside of a match are often two very different things. We are going to have to see if Smiley Sinner has what it takes. We paid for the pyro. We paid for the pyro. Boom. We're not going to waste money. We're not going to waste money. And there's the bell. Freddie with the big dropkick on the Great Ossington. Smiley Sinner going after Jack Sullivan with a big knee. And Macho Clean going after Malik. Absolute chaos, as you would expect. Again, the only way to eliminate your opponent is put them over the top rope and all the way to the outside. And the last man standing is going to go to the front of the line PLE. Side slam from Ossington. And the leg drop. Absolute chaos inside the ring, as you would expect. And Smiley Sinner on the apron already. Jack Sullivan tried to eliminate him, but Smiley Sinner just shoving him away. Again, that size difference coming into play early. Sullivan, though, to his credit, keeping up the attack against Smiley Sinner. Macho Clean going after the Puerto Rican Assassin, and Malik taking on the Great Ossington, at least for now, switching dance partners. Clean going after Jack Sullivan, who retaliates with a one-legged dropkick. Big backbreaker on Great Ossington by Malik. Oh, Mr. Clean split open. Mr. Clean switches into a second gear once the blood starts flowing. He knows how hard it is to get bloodstains out of a white ring gear. So keep an eye on Clean Freddie better eliminate him quickly or he is going to go into an absolute rage. Flapjack by Jack Sullivan. Freddie trying to lift up Smiley Sinner and getting a DDT for his trouble. And the big men dominating right now, Great Ossington and Smiley Sinner. Malik attacking Great Ossington from behind again. Nice arm drag there from Freddie Gonzalez. Oh! Smiley Sinner just dropped Great Ossington on top of Macho Clean. Ouch. Sullivan with the gut buster on Macho Clean. Springboard from Freddie with a dropkick misses the target. Sullivan in the corner, but fighting his way out before Macho Clean has a chance to try and lift him over the top rope. No eliminations as of yet. Again, the winner of this match moving on to the PLE. Freddie has Jack Sullivan on the ropes, but a very timely counter by the wild man from the Rio Grande. And now Ossington on the ropes. And Malik eliminates him with the clothesline. Our first elimination, Great Ossington. His night is done. He is upset, understandably. And now Sullivan trying to eliminate Smiley Sinner in the corner. I mean, no easy feat. Look at the size of the man. Malik has Macho Clean on the ropes. Macho Clean with the counter, but beautiful move there from Freddie Gonzalez. Freddie and Sullivan lock up. Sullivan with some elbows. Malik waiting for an opportunity to strike and takes it with the inverted atomic drop. Snake Eyes by Smiley Sinner. Clean hitting the neck breaker on Malik. 5 participants left. Last man standing goes to the PLE. Look at from the top rope, the splash to Malik. A risky maneuver from Macho Clean. And Freddie eliminated by Smiley Sinner. Malik on the ropes, eliminated by Macho Clean. Just like that, we are down to 3. One of these men are going to the PLE. It is indeed Mr. Clean, Obi. A rebrand, a new look for Mr. Clean. It is, in fact, Macho Clean. Why? He's clean and he's macho. I mean, it just kind of, it's exactly what it sounds like. Oh, into the ring post. Grabbed from behind, though, by Macho Clean. Sullivan continuing to fight on. Any of these 3 would be incredibly dangerous opponents in a front-of-the-line match. Counter from Sullivan. Sullivan on the ropes, but catches a lucky break as Mr. Clean and Smiley Sinner tangle up. Macho Clean in the corner. Smiley Sinner, no, reversal. Into the inverted DDT from Clean. Sullivan sends Macho Clean in the corner, and he is going to try and eliminate him. Smiley Sinner happy to stand back and watch. Macho Clean on the verge of elimination here from Jack Sullivan. Hanging on for dear life. And then manages to get his way back in. Sullivan dodges the big boot of Smiley Sinner, but is reversed to the apron. Hanging on by a thread. And manages to roll back in. A close call for Jack Sullivan. DDT on Smiley Sinner. Sullivan trying to lift up into the fireman's carry, but Smiley Sinner too big, and now the mandible claw. Putting the squeeze on the jaw of Jack Sullivan. Clean. Sends Smiley Sinner into the corner. There's the counter. And reversed And eliminated by Macho Clean. It is down to Macho Clean and Jack Sullivan. An incredible reversal from Clean, and now Clean has Sullivan up. Is Macho Clean going to the PLE with a chance to win the front of the line case? No. Sullivan fights his way back into the ring. They lock up. Clean reverses him into the corner. Is he going to try again? Not yet. Attacking the back. Feels like he might have to wear him down a little bit. Face first. Onto the turnbuckle. Macho Clean versus Jack Sullivan. Clean going top rope, but changing his mind. Sullivan a little bit maybe out of range from what he was thinking of doing, but Sullivan taking advantage. I think he just stole his finish there. And now Sullivan has Clean on the ropes and super kicks him to the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner. And headed to the PLE with a shot at that front of the line case. It is the wild man of the Rio Grande, Jack Sullivan, looking to regain that global championship any way he can. What a match and what a victory for Jack Sullivan. Some styling and profiling to celebrate. All right, next up, after all that chaos, a little one-on-one coming out first. Has made an incredible impact since joining here in Season 4, literally forcing his way onto the roster. I mean, scaring off one of the new rookies that was supposed to be joining us here on Mayhem and stealing his roster spots. Again, a little shady how all that went down, but listen, regardless, Johnny Thumbs sashaying his way down to the ring. Dentrassi welcome in. Johnny Thumbs ready for action again. Went undefeated, but has lost his last 2 matches. Lost the triple threat match for the belt at the TLC Extreme, and most recently lost to Macho Clean in that multi-man match on Max. But his opponent tonight, one-on-one in the ring with your global champion as he slides into view of the one, the only King Kail Akane. I mean, Obi, Johnny Thumbs does look a little bit thummy. I would not pose that to him. I'm not sure if that's how he got his nickname, but I'm certainly not going to be the one who proposes it in case it isn't, because that man could crush my skull like a melon. And I am not that brave. But one man who absolutely has the bravery it takes to face Johnny Thumbs in the ring, it is that man right there. King Kail Akane has been stellar. Stellar as global champion. There's the bell. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is coming out on top. Look at Johnny Thumbs with the disrespectful pin on the champ. I don't know if I'd be poking that bear. Oh, look at this. Claw locked in, trying to get a submission hold. King Kail fighting his way free. Whiffed on the chop, but caught him on the kick. They lock up, and Johnny Thumbs, nice counter. Again, we'll see if King Kail was watching Max. Johnny Thumbs, of course, losing to Macho Clean after Macho Clean found a very specific weak point on Johnny Thumbs, which will remain nameless. But we will see if King Kail takes advantage of a similar strategy. Right now, attacking the back with a series of forearms. King Kail I think was thinking springboard, but changed his mind. And thumbs flattens him with that tree trunk of an arm. Again, just an absolute unit, a physical specimen, unlike any we have seen in the RLWF. Big spine buster. Although a knee to the gut connecting for King Kail, and Johnny Thumbs crawls his way to the corner. Elbow to fight his way out. And has him up. No, beautiful reversal from King Kail, trying to go for a sneaky pin. Reversal from Thumbs. Neither successful, and Johnny Thumbs pretty proud of himself after that reversal. Taking out his frustrations against the global champion, but King Kail fighting back. Unloading with a big combination into a DDT. And now King Kail putting the boots to the big man. Oh my goodness, the discus double axe handle connecting. Johnny goes for the pin, 1-2. Akane gets that shoulder up. Johnny setting him up for something here. This has got to be bad news for the champ. A non-title match. Oh no. Oh no. Inverted chokeslam. And now again the disrespectful pin. Not enough. Not enough. Johnny Thumbs, though, feeling confident. Again, has been an absolute wrecking ball here in Season 4 overall. Get your thumbs out, exactly. Thumbs up for Johnny Thumbs, ladies and gentlemen. Or thumbs down, I guess. Easy to tell your approval or disapproval. It works either way. Going toe-to-toe here with the King. They lock up. Thumbs has him up in the fireman's carry. A beautiful reversal into the inverted DDT. And, oh, went for, I think, maybe trying to twist his neck, but a nice reversal from... Listen, Thumbs is shown for a guy who does not have any direct wrestling experience necessarily, at least that we know of. Has shown some prowess. There's a sneaky pin again from King Kail, and another reversal from Johnny Thumbs. Oh, almost caught the champ at his own game. And then just bodies him sumo style there. Literally just tossing the champ around the ring like a rag doll. And Thumbs has him up, and face first off the turnbuckle, split wide open on that one. Over, I believe, the right eye, or up on the forehead. Pinfall. 2 count again, and Johnny Thumbs cannot believe it. Lots of fight still left in King Kail, but Johnny Thumbs trying to beat that fight out of him.
This is not the situation he wants to be in.
Repositioning him in the ring. And a well-timed counter from King Kail. Off the ropes, and oof. Thumbs has him high above his head, but a beautiful reversal into the pin again here from King Kail. Only the 1 count, though. Again, King Kail doing a good job keeping his ring IQ up, but I don't know if that was the smartest play, trying to lift him for a body slam. A little ambitious at this stage of the match. Drags him to the ropes. And slams him. Is that going to be enough? No. King Kail somehow gets the kick out again, and Johnny Thumbs, you can see the frustration building here. Has him up again. What has he got in store? Once again, he is going to be face first off that turnbuckle, already split wide open over the right eye. Alley-oop connects. Into the corner he goes. Kail with the reversal. He's going to go coast to coast. What's he got planned? Oh, the big clothesline. Kail has got to get something going and get it quick, but Johnny Thumbs right there. Oh, missed on the double axe handle. An opportunity for King Kail. Double underhook. Has him up. Look at the strength of Kail Akane. Into the cutter. Leg is hooked. Middle of the ring. Only got the two. Only got the two. And King Kail taking the turnbuckle off. Referee looking right at him, and so she's just going to go back and fix it. I don't know if that was... I think that was a little less sneaky than King Kail thought it was going to be. In the meantime, though, the swinging neck breaker on Johnny Thumbs, and King Kail looks like he's going to go top rope. And connects on the frog splash. Leg is hooked. Referee right there. Only a 2 count still. Unbelievable. King Kail, top rope again. And connects. Surely now, even Johnny Thumbs. 1, 2, 3, your winner, King Kail Akane. Unbelievable. How to use a neck breaker on somebody who doesn't have a neck. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point, Evan. I mean, I'm assuming he has a neck. It's just in there somewhere. It's just well protected. King Kail Akane, a hard-fought battle against Johnny Thumbs, but even the great Johnny Thumbs unable to stop the success of His Royal Highness King Kail Akane. All right, over to the women's division for a little tag team action, and coming up first, Velvet and Victoria Long, the Mutual Admiration Society, literally letting off a little steam as they make their way to the ring. The Mutual Admiration Society coming off a win last week, looking to continue that success tonight. The bad girl, former Freedom Champion, rather. And Velvet are ready for action. No, not t-shirt cannons. Not t-shirt cannons. I mean, do people want Mutual Admiration Society merch? Who knows? Who knows? Look who it is. I know several t-shirts from the RLWF shop that would do well inside of a cannon and be much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. It is the ones from the Living Legends. It is Amber Leon and Faria Mohammed, your women's tag team champions. Speaking of cannons, down boy. Rolled up newspaper for DB, ladies and gentlemen. The Jordanian juggernaut Faria Mohammed and the A to the L, the boss of bosses, Amber Leon, both in their own right multiple-time former women's champions, and now a formidable tag team. Unbelievable. Should be a great match. Again, a non-title match, but as always, a win in a non-title match against the champs is a good way to get your name to the top of the list when they're handing out title matches. And the PLE still a ways away, but never too early to start clawing your way to the top. The Living Legends versus the Mutual Admiration Society. Let me start the prediction. Victoria Long is going to be starting off here against Faria Mohammed. The bad girl versus the Jordanian juggernaut. There's the bell. And Long comes out swinging. Big forearms to the back of Faria Mohammed, sending her into the corner. And we're going to see our first tag action here from the MAS. Sends her into the corner. And then Velvet follows up with a double axe handle. Just brutality from the Society. But Faria Mohammed almost took a little shot from the outside by Victoria Long. Not sure if she even noticed it.
What's this gonna be?
And boom, face first into the logo. And Faria Mohammed is going to do a quick tag to Amber Leon. Amber with a nice drop kick. But Velvet with the bridge trying for a sneaky little pin. But it'll take more than that to put down Amber Leon, that's for sure. I mean, listen, you got to try. You got to try. Into the corner. Fighting her way out with an elbow. But Velvet right back on the attack. Oh. Reversal into the hip toss by Amber. Again, a non-title match, but an important one for both teams regardless. The Mutual Admiration Society, one of the stronger competitors in the women's tag division for those belts. So Living Legends trying to make a statement with a victory here. Big neck breaker from Amber. She's going to go top rope. What are we going to see? Too early for the 80-20, surely. Diving elbow instead. Leg is hooked, and Victoria Long taking no chances on that one. Is a fan of the bad girl in the background. In the corner, there's the tag. And they have her on the top rope. What is going on here from the Living Legends? Oh no. From the top rope, what a maneuver. And Faria with the springboard crossbody. Wow. You don't expect those kinds of moves from Faria Mohammed, but listen, when you're a wily veteran like Mohammed, you gotta keep him guessing. Velvet drags her to the opposite corner, head first into the turnbuckle, but Faria with a nice counter is gonna go coast to coast. Give her a few tickets to the gun show, and then kabam! A close-up view with that uppercut. Into the corner, Amber takes a shot as well. And then Faria just hurling her back across the ring. And Velvet in real trouble right now. Back in enemy territory. There's the tag. And double back body drop. Victoria desperately calling for the tag, but Velvet, I don't even know if she knows where she is, let alone getting a tag. Forget about it. Drop kick to the head is not going to help, and Amber, I mean, listen, there's crisp tags. That tag a little too crispy. But Faria back in all the same. And an eye rake from Velvet. Again with the bridging sneaky pin. I mean, classic Velvet, but she's got to try and get some distance here if she wants to get a tag. Goes for a pin instead, which is, I mean, a terrible idea at this stage of the match, but Faria sent into the corner. Finally, an opportunity perhaps for Velvet to get the tag. Indeed, she does. And we're going to get a little tag team action and a double super kick to the chin of Faria Mohammed. Back on her feet, though. Victoria Long in the match, and Victoria Long shaking off the hit from Faria Mohammed. No easy feat. Off the ropes. Hip toss. Beautifully executed. Double tags here. Amber and Velvet coming in the ring, and oof. They both connect a little bit on that move. Velvet on the attack. A series of kicks. Faria still not back in the corner. Reversal from Amber into the crucifix. Beautifully done. Faria, I think, went to the wrong corner. I think she might be shook up, finally heading back in the right direction. Amber from way downtown on the second rope and a little too far downtown. Changes her mind. Velvet taking advantage of the indecision to boot her into the corner. Another big combo. Nice dodge from Amber. And Amber locks in the armbar, trying to get a submission. Velvet manages to slide free. Oh! What a kick to the face by Velvet, but went to the corner maybe to set up a coast-to-coast, but Faria taking a free shot as Velvet was not paying attention. And now Velvet with the triple hip attack. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind taking this finisher. Leg is hooked. Is that going to be enough to put Amber Leon away? 1-2, and that's all she's going to get. Kicked out by the A to the L. Reversed into the corner. Amber with a big chop. She's got to be wary of Victoria Long right there. Velvet hits the elbow, but Amber has her up and down. In a hurry for the Amber Slam. 1-2, and Victoria Long has to come in and save her partner. Velvet into the corner, going to give Amber the opportunity for the tag.
This should be a good one here.
And slingshot into the corner. Faria Mohammed on the attack. Falcon Arrow connects. Repositioning her opponent. Goes for the pin. Is that going to be enough? Almost. Almost. Kick out at 2 by Velvet. Velvet, though, fighting back. Big clothesline. Needs to get to her corner for a tag, but instead, on the attack, sends her into the corner. And hopefully this should give her a chance. No, that's the risk you take. But now Velvet grabs her by the face, off the ropes, and the short cross body. Trying for a pin. Got a 2 count to her credit.
There's some shock in the arena after that kick out.
Velvet still not tagging out. Not sure that's the right call, but listen, she's doing well. Series of chops on Faria and then a face buster. And now Velvet going to her corner, I think, for the tag. Victoria Long back in the match. Reversed into the corner by the Jordanian Juggernaut. Axe handle to the back. Nice reversal from Victoria. Attacking the leg of Faria. But Faria fighting back. Victoria grabs her by the hair and slams her face first into the mat. Going on the second rope now. And winds up. And connects. Yoya 1, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated, Yoya. How was your stream, Yoya? Thank you very much for the raid once again. Much appreciated. You are in the penultimate match between the Living Legends and the Mutual Admiration Society. Up next in the main event, FTN Colm putting the Twitch Championship on the line again against a random opponent. Look at this double move from the MAS. I'm not sure the double slam really works in the way. I mean, I don't think physics works that way, but listen. Hey, let's go. First 2K25 stream. We've been struggling tonight against 2K25, but we are managing to get the stream done despite 2K's best efforts, it would seem. We've had 2 crashes, a couple of impromptu moments, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And Faria drops her to the mat, hits the moonsault, but Velvet right there to break it up. A golden opportunity for the Living Legends to put this one away. Oh, listen, I am no stranger to the entrances being off by default. I'm starting to slowly learn. Amber takes slaps her in the face as she hits the corner. Long rolls out of the ring quickly, and Faria on the second rope waiting for her. Victoria with a big combination has her shook. Drop kick to the back, and she is going to get to her corner to tag in Velvet. Again, for the Raiders, this is your first time joining us. This is the Rando Lando Wrestling Federation. I'm Norm. This is NormCantShoot. And if you'd like to join, hold that thought. Rack attack by Velvet. Goes for the pin. Oh, so close. Look at Velvet throwing a fit, yelling at the referee. But if you'd like to join us, all you have to do is sub to the Twitch channel, including an Amazon Prime sub. That's fine. Or hang out with us, and once you've got 5,000 channel points, cash them in. It's just that easy. An incredible tag team match here, and Velvet sent into the corner. Faria split open. And we're going to see some tag team action from the Living Legends off the ropes. And double tackle. They're not done. Off the ropes, and boom! Double headbutts to boot. Amber goes for the pin. Is that finally enough to put away the Mutual Admiration Society? We will not know, because Victoria Long came in and saved her partner's bacon. Amber attacking the arm, maybe perhaps setting up the submission. That's entirely possible. Into the corner she goes. Are we going to see more tag team action from the Living Legends? We are. Has her on the top rope. We have already seen this once tonight, and boom, once again. Velvet takes the long drop, immediately rolls out of the ring to avoid the pin. Good heads-up play there from Velvet. She and Faria fighting it out on the outside. Velvet's going to head in to avoid the countouts. Faria trying to grab her from the outside. And Amber drop kicked to the outside. Velvet grabs Faria on the way in, sends her to the corner. And now some tag team maneuvers from the Mutual Admiration Society off the ropes, and big double hip toss and a kick to boot. Velvet going out after Amber. No, decides to head back in again and get back to her corner. Referee trying to get her back out of the ring. Meanwhile, Victoria Long with the big boot off the ropes. Off the ropes. Somersault senton connecting. Off the ropes again with the neck snap. Counter from Faria into the interceptor. The Jordanian Juggernaut slams Victoria Long face first into the mat. Faria with a few words there for Velvet. Got to be careful of distractions here. And Victoria Long showing her why, goes to the pin. Oh my goodness, that was close. Wow. Into the corner. There's the tag. More tag team action here from the MAS. Slingshotted into the corner again. And the diving double axe handle from Velvet. Faria out of the ring. And Victoria Long trying to throw her back in, but Faria on the attack. Oh, the big backbreaker to Victoria Long. Amber Leon way out of her corner. Not sure what's going on with Amber Leon out there. Power bomb onto the concrete by Faria, but she is going to have to get back in. It's a 5 count. A 6 count. We might get a count out if Faria doesn't get back in the ring. Tangling up with Victoria. There's an 8. Faria just gets in under the gun, and now, oh no. The fans counted off 1, 2, and triple backbreakers from Faria. Hooks the leg, and that might finally be it, but Victoria Long able to come in to break up the pin. Faria maybe looking for another springboard. Dangerous prospect with Victoria right there, but off the top rope for the crossbody. Big move from Faria Mohammed, and Victoria Long calling for the tag and gets the hot tag. Big for the MAS as Velvet was on her last legs. SOS from the bad girl. Amber Leon on the attack here. Side Russian leg sweep from Victoria. And once again, the out-of-ring physics. There we go. Everything's under control. Everyone back in the ring. Irish whip into the corner, and Long has her up on the top rope. What has she got in store? We will not know. Faria with a timely counter. Elbow. Faria desperately trying to fight back to her corner to get the tag, but the MAS not making it easy for her. Long goes for the pin. Is this enough to get the pin on the champs? 1, 2, 3. They've done it. They have done it, and the Mutual Admiration Society rocket to the top of the charts in the women's tag division with a win over the champs in a non-title match. And they are red hot right now, ladies and gentlemen. Velvet and Victoria Long, the Mutual Admiration Society, victorious over the Living Legends. All right, time for the main event, and once again, every week that Twitch Championship is going to have to be defended, and FTN Colm has beaten 8 opponents in a row, or has made 8 title defenses in a row at least. And tonight, the Rando Lando Wheel of Destiny has chosen his opponent, and his opponent is a Psycho Bones, with a chance of walking out of here with the belt around his waist, but no easy feat beating FTN Colm, who is now officially the greatest Twitch champion of all time. But again, defending that belt each and every week is going to get exhausting. Traditionally, we had defended the belt every 2 weeks, but now that has been up to every single week. That is a tough slog on a champion of any kind, even that of FTN Colm. And Psycho Bones hoping to take advantage and find a way to win. Psycho Bones ready for action. And now, your champion, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, FTN Colm, and there he is with that beautiful purple belt once again. The greatest Twitch champion in RLWF history. If you don't believe me, hit !stats in the chat, or if you're watching on YouTube, check the link down below to the stats page and see the title history for yourself. FTN Colm absolutely killing it here in Season 4. And again, I mean, you gotta think that Colm, even if at some point even if at some point he loses this belt, let's just say hypothetically he loses the belt to Psycho Bones here, you gotta think that Colm is now primed and ready to go. He has certainly earned a couple of non-title shots. He is certainly emerging from this at the top of the division. And so again, winning that belt, so critical, so important when you have the opportunity, but easier said than done, especially against Colm. Yep, Dentrasti, if you want to see the stats, just exclamation mark stats, and it'll bring up a link. And again, for people who haven't checked out the stats page is great as we get the introductions here. The stats page is fantastic. It has every superstar, every match, every show, every belt, every piece of RLWF history for the entire 300 plus episodes that we've been doing this, over 2,000 individual matches. And not only, if you go to a particular superstar and you look at their match history, not only can you go to every show they've ever appeared in, a direct link to the YouTube, there is a direct link to the actual individual match in which they appear. So if you ever want to get caught up on your favorite RLWF superstar, the stats page is the perfect way to do it. One-stop shopping to get caught up. FTN Colm ready to defend one more time, perhaps, or just another notch in the belt. Psycho Bones looking to make waves here on Mayhem, and winning that Twitch championship would be a great way to do so. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know, is Colm's run going to continue, or is Colm's run going to end? There's the bell. Bones wasting no time. Float over DDT. No counter by Colm. But Bones on the attack again. And Colm sweeps the legs out from underneath it. Ooh, looks grabbing his leg there. His knee, rather. Worried about maybe perhaps an injury this early would not bode well for Psycho Bones. Colm slowing things down now, cranking the neck of Bones. And the big knee lift to the face. And boom, single leg DDT to the foot. Into the corner goes Bones, and a big flying splash from Colm, who is looking confident, looking relaxed. There's the lockup, struggling for position. Bones has a height advantage here, so that might play in well, and indeed gains position with the wrist lock. Painful maneuver, as you can see, from Colm. And twisted again. Colm hanging in there, though, somehow, but he has got to find a way out of this. And there's the reversal. And now the shoe on the other foot, or the wrist on the other foot. No, it doesn't make any sense. The analogy failed completely. But it doesn't matter, because Psycho Bones with a chicken wing. And another reversal. Some great technical wrestling on display here from two of the best on Mayhem. Looking to keep control by locking the edge. And now putting the squeeze with the chin lock here. Oh, really leaning into it. Psycho Bones just trying to find a way to get himself free, but Colm with the knee to the back. Psycho Bones is going to roll out, take a little nap, but I feel like it's going to be interrupted here by Colm. Indeed. Back in the ring. Colm going top turnbuckle. Bones gets to his feet. Not sure if he spotted him. Oh, he did not. Big crossbody connects middle of the ring. Off the ropes, and Colm tried for something, but did not connect. Bones taking advantage, but a little groggy from the attacks and missed on his. forearm out of the corner from Colm. And now Colm sends Bones down to the mat. Again, the Twitch Championship on the line here again, but Colm locks in the submission. I mean, rope break. I mean, literally his head was trapped in the ropes. That's the easiest rope break in the history of the RLWF right there. But now, crossroads. Bones split open. Colm, middle of the ring. Oh, so close. Kick out at 2.5, and Colm knows how close that was. Fans chanting, "We're not worthy," and they are appreciating this match as much as we are. Psycho Bones desperately trying to get back into this match. Hits the clothesline. He has been taking a beating at the hands of Colm, and this might be his last chance to get back into things. And oh my goodness, what a counter from Colm. But Bones carries on. Grabs him from behind as he was going for the springboard, then the inverted DDT hit. Reversal from Colm with those vicious strikes. Colm going top rope. Bones on his feet. And oh, diving clothesline. Is that finally enough? No, it is not. Kick out from Psycho Bones. Reversal from Bones. Has him up. Slams him on the logo. And Bones, I mean, a little overconfident there, and once again reversed by Colm. Couple of forearms from Colm, dodges one, and then boom, into the Pele kick. Hooks the leg. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, and once again, Colm extends his winning streak. An absolutely incredible record as Twitch champion. And I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, defending it every week or not, we may just run through the entire roster. Still waiting for our first intergender match. Because, of course, women allowed to compete for the Twitch Championship, but the Rando Lando Wheel of Destiny has not yet given us one of those matches. But listen, maybe that's what it takes. Maybe there is no man on this roster that can beat Colm, and he is waiting for someone like a Marcella Drosty, like a Dentrassi, like a Penny Haps to come in and finally kick his butt and take that belt. We will have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a wild, wild night. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for the raid. Yo-Yo1, thank you for everyone who came over. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Thank you to you people on YouTube as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share, and whatever other YouTube-y stuff you feel like doing to help support the channel. Every little bit helps the algorithm, because I'm too dumb to understand the algorithm, so we just need to try everything and see what helps. I am old and dumb. I don't know how the algorithm works. I'm not 100% sure what an algorithm is. Okay? Let's be honest. So, help me out, guys. Thank you very much. We will be back on Thursday for Shock. We're going to have more qualifying matches, more incredible RLWF action. I hope you can join us. Thanks, guys. Catch you next time.